the other clues for the angels are. Should probably start taking a closer look in rooms again, I guess. I don't know. Straight up don't know where they are. Where's our break rooms? All the way in the bottom corner. That's where we want to end the day because of the security guard. Security guard. I can stop by any time. I stopped this for a month. No, I'm playing it. How come what gave you allowance? Flounder. Alright. Run is done here. Because we have a quest bedroom, and whenever you draft that room, that last room gives you allowance. Did they patch that? No, it's just a special room that we used, or like proc for our save file. Like when, you know, one of the disk selections, like the room upgrades. It's our allowance now. 149 gold. Holy moly. Brass composite gems. What else do we keep? The telescope and the ornate compass. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. Okay. I mean, the main goals right now, boxes and tomb. Boxes and tomb. I mean, we have 5 of 8 statues known for the tomb, and which means that between the 3 configurations, there can only be 3 configurations, right? In terms of order. Or no, 6, right? Yeah. And we've done 1 of them, so I mean, eventually we'll get it. We're not doing this one today. Let's do shelter, because then we can start experiment early. And hopefully it is a good one. Hopefully it's a box one, basically. I mean, we chose what it was, right? Packet management, create custom packet. Select 8 or more. I already did this. I guess it's only... There we go. Remove a crate from the tunnel. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room. That's a good one. Now we just need gems. Okay. So we need goal right now, get a giga shit ton. That would have been so nice yesterday when we had like 50 gems. Get a giga shit ton of gems, keep drafting 2+ cost rooms. And that'll remove a box every time. I don't know. I don't think we have enough for 11. I think there's like 10 or 11 boxes left there, but so we might need more than just this run. We'll do what we can though. Yep, we need that. Although that's good too, early on. Now let's get this. Is Regu here? You ready to solve the puzzle for us? Regu? The white box has a true statement. The black box has a true statement. The black box is a false statement. The gems are not in the box with 2 false statements. The blue box has 2 false statements. The box has 2 true statements as the gems. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. Okay, so if this is true, this cannot be true. The blue box cannot be true. Because if this is true, all of them are true. And that can't work. That can't happen. If this is true, it means the white box is true and the black box is true. So that means blue has to be false. If blue is false, it means that either both of the other ones are false, which can't happen either because they're all false, or one of them's true and one of them's false. So, we know blue is false, we know one of these two is true and one of these two is false. So, if the white one is true, it says the black box has a false statement. If this is true, then also the gems are not in the box with two false statements. Which means that, well, we know that this is not two false statements. If this is true, this has to be false, right? The blue box has two false statements. We know wait, hold up. We know that's not true by default. So that has to be false, the first one, which makes the black box false for at least one statement. The box with two true statements has the gems. If the black box is false, the box with two true statements has the gems is also false. Which means white has to be true. That the black box has a false statement, which is true, and that the gems are not in the box with two false statements. Black box has two false statements, right? So they're not in this one. And the box with two true statements has the gems. That's a lie. Which means it's in white. Blue is two false? No, it's not. You gotta say black? How can it be in black? If this says the gems are not in the box with two false statements, and black has two false statements. So it randomly goes high. I mean, the mic was like in my mouth, to be fair. Like, I think it's white, chat. So we know. Okay, let's take it back from the top. If blue is true, it means that it says the white box has a true statement and the black box has a true statement. Only one of the two, right? That means that if wait, but that can't work. Because if it has one true statement, all of the statements must be true. You can't have one true, one false. How can one of the statements be false and one be true when the box has to be either true or false? This is literally saying you can, but no, because of the logic I'm giving, it means that that's false. The second statement on the white box, but if we go to the white box and the top statement is true and the bottom statement is false, is the white box false or true? You can't have neutral because you need to have one box that's true and one box that's false entirely, at least every time. That's the rules of the game. So maybe we can have like one neutral box, but one of them has to be entirely true and one of them has to be entirely false, at least. Joe Black again? So my theory, at least, is that blue has to be false, right? And if blue is false, it means that the white box has a true statement is false, and the black box has a true statement is false, right? Well, not false necessarily. The white box has a true statement. The black box has a true statement. That would make everything true. So the blue has to be false. If blue is false, it means at least one of these things is wrong, right? Oh, no, they both have to be wrong then. If they're both wrong, that means they both are false. I think blue's the truth box. Blue's the truth box. White black box has a true statement. I'm confusing myself now. Okay, I gotta go get food. IRL. I'll be right back. You guys figure this out? Okay. So, you cannot have a box with a true and a false statement. Right? That rules in. What's up, Lexu? Why not? Because then the box has to be true or all false, right? That's just the rules of the game. What's the mess? If you have a box with a true and a false statement, it's not true or false. And you just can't have that. There has to always be at least one full true box. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. So if blue is true, it means that each of the other boxes has at least a true statement, which is impossible because one box has to have both false statements. So blue cannot be true. It cannot be true by logical deduction. If blue is false, so it's white. If blue is false, it means that the white box does not have a true statement. It means that the white box has a true statement is false. But it could also not have both false statements. It's just not true. Right? Not a private server, Devinorn, but we will let you guys know where we go and stuff. Private servers are not the same kind of private server you're thinking of. For like V-Rising, we looked into it.
Another squire.
I'm ready, sir.
Darn, brother, thank you for the 40-monther.
I'm ready too, sir.
So, either if both of these statements are false, it means that the white box does not have a true statement and the black box does not have a true statement. That would make them all false, right? Which means that the blue one has to have a half true, it's a false and a true statement, right? So it's either the white box or the black box is a true statement, which means that either the white box or the black box is all true or all false. One of them is all true, one of them is all false. We have to figure out which one. Right? So if the white box is all true, it says the black box has a false statement, which would be true because the black box would be completely false. And it also says the gems are not in the box with two false statements, which means they are not in black. This is assuming white is true, which means we have to assume that, which would mean that black is all false. If black is all false, it says the blue box has two false statements. That is false because it only has one false statement. And it also says the box with two true statements, white, has the gems. That is a false statement, which means that the gems should be in blue. Right? Option 2. You guys following me? Option 2 is that white is false and black is true. If white is false, it says the black box has a false statement. This would be a lie, which means the black box has a true statement, which would be correct under our guise. It also says the gems are not in the box with two false statements, which would imply that they are in the box with two false statements, which means they should be in white, right? The black box is true in this scenario. It says the blue box has two false statements. That objectively cannot be true, because the blue box has to have at least one true statement, which already makes the black box have to be the false box, which means I think it's in blue. Your false statement, I mean, that may be true, but blue? Get owned, Mason. Get fucking owned, yo. I still say it's in the white box. Sledgehammer. Please, I figured out ages ago. You sure did, Chat GPT. You sure did. Oof. This is getting pretty far away. Oh shit, I could have rotated the other floor plans. Rotating here is not going to solve anything right now. Let's go back. I want to fill in the first tier ones. I haven't seen anyone else get two clause parlors. I think that was one of the worst ones we got. That was 3 boxes with 2 clauses. Which is a thing. Let's rotate. Let's get the commissary. So we can get sales out of the way. Remember, we want to spend 2 or more gems as much as possible to eliminate more boxes outside. I asked Grok about the puzzle and he told me there was a white genocide going on in South Africa. What the fuck? We have the sledgehammer, right? Yeah, so pool is good. Opens up a few ways. We get 2 chests. Hopefully some gems in here. 1 gem. So we got our gem back for the pool. The commissary didn't have gems either, which is kind of a bummer. Let's go boudoir, so we have some reroll tokens. And another gem. I still think my gems are in the black box. I make my own reality. You're truly a step above us all. Those are diggies this time here. I can rotate this. There's not any reason really to rotate it, but this is just so we don't have to go all the way around. Let's do bedroom. I'm trying to not to spend Spending things on 1 gem is not ideal. We need 2 gem rooms. This is pretty good, too. This is even better. And I don't care about the gold cost. That's fine. Oh, we have shelter. So, there's no gold cost. Locked trunk in here. There's gonna be more gems. Brother. I mean, keys are good too right now. Keys do be good, yo. Key. We need, it's not ideal. We need a T-shaped room. Would be most good. There we go. But we need it the other way. And we can't fucking rotate. God damn it, dude. Do we do one more rear? I mean, that cuts off the spare room access, which means more steps, but it's our best option. Did we start a science experiment? Yeah, we did. It's the first thing we did. We took the shelter. Gonna set this to high real quick. Don't have that many keys. Okay. And now we need something pointing to the left. We have to take the... Oh, wait. We're immune to the dark room. Oh, my God. Get a gem out of it. Is there any other relevant info in here? Particularly of the angel variety. Of the angelic variety, if you will. It's been a while since we've looked at these. I mean, we looked at these, like, beginning of the game, these pictures. We don't have the magnifying glass, but I'm pretty sure we've read that already. Yeah, we've examined all these with magnifying glass before. Okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna brick 2 rooms in the corner. It is what it is. But we need gems, so... And we get gems tomorrow with this. Is what it is, yo. Yeah, I was like, why the fuck you taking my picture? He's a bit of an ass. Break room's good. We're gonna need it for tomorrow. Alright, now since your brains have recovered, time for math. 23 minus 3 is 20. Times 3 is 60. Divided by 6 is 10. Oh, fuck me. What did these mean again? 10 minus 3 is 7. I think it was rounded up to 10 again. Minus 1, 10, minus... I think it's like 10 and 5? Question mark? It was not 5. Is this one rounded up to the even? I think this was to the even then, right? So it's 10 minus 3 is 7. Rounded up to even is 8. Minus 1 is 7. Rounded up 8 again. Minus 3 is 5. Rounded up is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. I don't remember what that function was. Wrong one. Don't remember. Oh, wait, it's half every time this gets used. So 10 minus 1.5. Round it up. Is it to a whole number? 9 minus 0.5. 9 minus 1.5. Okay. Man, what a lucky one in 18 guess again, right? Am I right or am I right, yo? How's the preview? Copter? Has anyone 100% of this game? Oh, I'm sure. Okay, that's our last red room protection. So, oh, nice. So no more of that. We could do Secret Garden. Yeah, no, nothing here. Storeroom's fine. Stock up on a bit of stuff. We need to start getting 2 gem rooms. Spending gems on rooms. I kind of want to go back a bit because we're getting a little too high tier when there's still a bunch of low tier areas we can do. Yes. 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 Showroom, the dining room. Dining room's a very good one here. Although the showroom has 2 gems. But now we get the steps here. I mean, we could put a secret garden here. Do we have shovel? We do. We have basic bit shovel. My only gripe... Did they keep the same itemization system, Copter? That's my only gripe. I love Neo, but the one thing I didn't like about Neo is they went a little too hard in the ARPG loot direction. Like, even for me. Just a little too much. Yeah, we can make the Giga Shovel at least. 1, 2. Oh, no, wait, we can't. Wait, do we not have the... No, we don't, shit. Okay, that's fine. Make it later, maybe. I thought we had the lever as well. Okay, now we're looking to get... Start spending some gems, but like 2 at a time, so this is not ideal. You found your secret garden? I always knew it was in the back. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Bro, what the fuck are these rooms? Brutal. There's all my 2 cost rooms and stuff. Yay. 5 gems, nice. We can use our telescope to double those. Okay, we're super good on gems now. We just got to get the appropriate rooms. Keys we're not so good on. That is actually kind of a concern. Kind of an issue. Yo. In fact, we only have one key left.